Folks, welcome aboard Delta Airlines Flight 387 nonstops over to Salt Lake City from Atlanta. This is our aircraft. It's an A321. We're just going to get in here and get the aircraft ready to go. We're switching jets from this aircraft, well, from another A321 that we took in from Providence to this one. And we are going to jump in the flight deck now and get her done. All right. So, stand by. All right, here we are in the beautiful Fenix A321. And I'm just trying to get used to this airplane still, so you'd have to give me a second. All right, let's go ahead and get everything ready to go. We're going to get the passengers loaded. We just got about an hour here. Looks like 56 minutes before we get out of Salt Lake. So I'm just going to click ground services, make sure we're good to go. We got GPU, PCA, chocks around the aircraft. I'm going to click weight and balance here. I'm going to click load the airplane, and it's going to do everything for us, which is really nice. We're going to do GSX boarding and refueling, and we're just going to leave it a go. And it's going to do everything automatically, so it's going to get our catering in, and then all we really have to do is program the airplane, which we're going to do right now. So what I'm going to end up doing is click and clear, hit this, and we're going to go to the AOC menu. And I'm going to click free text. Let's see here. I'm going to click blah, 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 blah. What is it? Flight init. And then I'm just going to hit the init data request. I'm just going to throw that in there. Now, I do say have some patience with me. I'm learning this airplane still. Don't know it very well. However, you know, I know enough just to get ahead. Right, just get the airplane on the ground. Maybe if we're lucky today, folks, we could get this airplane on the ground without anything stupid happening. All right, I'm done with that. FMCG, we're going to go ahead and select that. We'll just check our status here. We've got CFM engines, unfortunately, 15 May 25, June 11, 25. So we are updated. By the way, if you don't have a Navigraph subscription, or if your data is lagging, do me a favor. Make sure you get that. It's a pretty good deal. Software status crossload, you don't need that. Let's go to the perf page, and actually init page, and then we're going to go and get all this set up. Don't click anything here. I'm just going to click init request. It's going to try to pull in that data for us, and we'll get that going. Is my, of course, the thing I need is on the table, which is awesome. All right, so we just pulled that in, and you can see. And our cost index will get all that programmed up. You can hear the catering trucks. I can hear them. Yeah. All right. So cost index today is 50. Nice and fast. We like that. And a flight number is going to be DL 387. And I believe this is free text, so you can just throw it in there. And then cruise flight level is 340. I thought we're going to have a step climb on this one. With 340, we'll step up as well, but initially we'll go 340 with a cruise temp in the negative 45 degrees range. And we'll throw that in there. AOC active flight plan is uplinked. Thank you. We'll clear that. And then click the winds. We're going to request those winds. And it's going to pull in the winds, and it's done. Now I'm just going to clear that. That is done. We're finished with this. Click return, and there we are. Ground temp today into or out of Atlanta. Let's go and check that right now. Let's take a look at our flights, and we can look here at the weather. That's the route. There's our weather right now in Atlanta. Let's go ahead and write all this down because we're going to need to. By the way, if you're new to the channel, we try to do it right, learn something, and have fun. Those are the three things. And normally we fly coastal airways, but sometimes it's okay to have variation. That's kind of what we're doing here. 200. Trust me, I'd rather fly a coastal flight. You guys know me, know that as well. 10 miles visibility and a few clouds at 3,500. Now we're looking at broken at 20. I got to stay current in this aircraft. That's kind of why. 27 over 19 altimeter is 3005. Good. All that's good to go. We can click the view Alpha ATIS, or D ATIS is the digital one. That's what we're going to look at right now. Departing runways 26 left, 27. Expect RNAV off the ground. Departing runway 26 left. So it's going to be either 26 left or 27 right. And where we're stationed right now, we're on the south side of the airport on Concourse Bravo. I think we're getting, yeah, good. They're coming off the airplane. Concourse Bravo, and it would probably be beneficial for us to go 27 right, but who knows? This is Atlanta. Anything could happen in Atlanta, so your guess is good as mine. We'll set 27 right and go from there. How's that? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, that's done. We're going to go the in at B side, which is right here. And then trip fuel for taxi. I'm going to throw that in there right now. Hopefully it was a great FS Expo. By the time you're seeing this, FS Expo is over, and you guys could take a look at all the videos out there that all these creators posts, and a whole bunch of cool stuff. So I'm sure I had a great time. Let's do taxi fuel. I can't speak to FS Expo because I haven't been there yet. I'm filming this a few weeks before. So taxi fuel would be, what are we looking at here for taxi? Taxi out's up at 600 pounds on this one. So I'm just going to go 6. Nope, that's wrong. 0.6. There we go. And then 45 minutes on the time here. So we're going to go slant 0045, enter. Good. And then our zero fuel weight, I'm estimating 147.4. Okay, that's our zero fuel. And our CG, let's just take a look at that right now while we're here. Weight and balance, we're going to go zero fuel CG. That's MAC, zero fuel, but that's not what we want. We want 21.9. That's what we have right now on the airplane. So you're going to go 29.9, and we're going to throw that in right there. Block fuel coming in at 32.6 on this one. 32.6 on the block. That is now done. So we're good there. Everything else is good to go on init B, which is nice. Okay, so you would go next is fuel. That's good. We're done with that. Now we're just going to wait. No, I'm not going to say no on that. And we're just going to wait, and we'll do the flight plan next. So we're going to go perf. We got to wait for the perf. We're going to go flight plan, and let's get this done. I did get a chime from air traffic control here. We're going to be on VATSIM. First time on VATSIM in an Airbus. So wish me luck, you guys. You guys are here to witness the craziness. We have 321 departure Atlanta, destination Salt Lake. Route is what we filed. The NASA 2, the VUZ transition. That is correct. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Click Atlanta. We're going to go ahead and departure. I don't know the runway yet, so what's it saying here? It doesn't give me a runway, a departing runway. Atlanta's all over the place. So you have Atlanta ground here, 121 now. You have delivery, 118.1. So, ATIS 119.650. We could tune ATIS. Let's just try that. 119.650 for ATIS. And I'm just going to see if they, maybe they give us a little bit of something or other. Let's check it out here. Sometimes that happens. And D-ATIS might be a little bit different than VATSIM. So let's go ahead and just try to see if we can't get lucky here. Where are you? Delivery, nope. ATIS 119.650. So close here. 650. Enter.
Call mode only. Crane. 5 nautical miles north-northwest 180 feet ATL. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Charlie.
Now we got Charlie.
Atlanta Airport arrival information, Charlie 2352 Zulu. Wind 200 at 5. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 3,500. Ceiling 20,000 broken. 25,000 broken. Temperature 27. 2.19er. Altimeter 3005. Simultaneous approaches are in progress. ILS approach runway 26 right. Visual approach runway 27 left. Notices to air missions. Operate transponder with mode Charlie on all ramps. Taxiway.
We're going to go 27 right, guys. I really think so.
Romeo 10 closed. Runway 26 right, land and hold short lights out of service. Runway 27 right, touchdown RVR out of service. Runway 27 left and runway 28 approach lighting systems all mode only.
Okay.
Train. 5 nautical miles north-northwest 180 feet
NASA
ATL.
2.
Advise on initial contact. You'll have information, Charlie.
Okay, so that's information, Charlie. We're going to kind of just get out of that. I'm assuming it's going to be 27 right, just because it's the closest runway to us. But you never know. Like I said, it's going to be a crapshoot, tell you the truth. I'm just guessing at this point. All right, Salt Lake City. We're going to go the chart with our OFP here says Jazz 1 Salt Lake. So click arrival. We're going to go to the runways, and they're flying right now. What are you landing? They're landing northbound at this point. And let's just see. That is the preferred runway, is northbound. So usually in the afternoons like this, they'll go the other way, but we'll see right now. ATIS in Salt Lake City. Yeah, they're doing 3-4s, 3-4 left, 3-4 right. So we'll plan one of the 3-4s. We'll plan 3-4. That's what our TAF is lining up as well to be 160 at 6, a little later. So like I said, it could shift to the south. We don't know. Let's plan 3-4 left for now. That is definitely going to change by the time we get there. So don't worry about it. We're just going to get something plugged in as a line holder, if you will. Jazz 1. So we're going to scroll up. There's Jazz 1. We're going to do the JNC transition. If I can find it. Okay, what do we say? Jazz 1, right? Let's see here. Jazz 1 helper. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, it is the helper transition. I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck I was looking for. Execute. We are done. Yes, I'm going to say execute because I'm a Boeing guy. That's all right. Okay, all that's set. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our flight plan. And looks like we're getting gas on the airplane, right? Who knows? Are they fueling us now or not? Couldn't tell you. Fuel 13, 32.5 already. I got the gas on pretty quick, huh? Shoot. That's done. It's awesome. Navrad coming in. We're just take a look. We've got that VUZ in there. Good sec plan coming up. We're going to go ahead and copy the active, dump it in there. That's good to have. And then finally, back to flight plan. Let's go ahead and take a look at our departure here. We are flying the NASA 2 departure. Sorry. All right, so basically the NASA 2, we're going to go 27 straight out to SLA. All right, and I'm looking at this too. WESEC. And I'll show you what we're looking at. Let's go do a brief right now, and we'll get the airplane briefed up. Here, we're going to go to departure charts. We're looking at the NASA or departure, and let's take a look. As you can see, all right. So I'll look with you, and you look. That's a bummer. Gosh. Hello. Departure charts. Starred. That's what I want. NASA 2. Now that shouldn't. There we go. I mean, that shouldn't. Anyway, I don't know why it does that. I wanted full screen on this thing. So the NASA 2. How do we get full screen? That's to rotate. Man, that's a bummer. Anyway, so what we'll do, take off straight up till we'll go SLA to WESEC, then over to NASA. From there, it's engineer to Vulcan, VOR. So I'll walk with you. We have SLA, WESEC. Then from there, we're going to go to NASA. Then from there, it's engineer. Yep. And then from there, it's VUZ. Now from VUZ, I'm going to transition to my flight plan. And we're going to go through the entire flight plan. Why? Because I, sir, want to make sure that this thing is set lateral and it's set vertical. So let's do lateral first. We got top of climb. We got Harson, then Clout, correct? Then from there, we got Isaac. Then we got Sutton. From there, we've got Caesar, Texarkana. Then we've got, let's see here, BYP. Yep. And then UKW SPS. I think that's in the Panhandle. Then we got ALS. We're going to start flying northbound here. ALS JNC. Lots of turbulence up in this area. We're going to go top of descent to Helper on the Jazz 1. Then we got Helper, Goshen, or Goshu. And then we got Spain, Russian, Jazz, manual, and our discontinuity for the arrival. I'm going to leave that disco in there because we might have to change it. So all that's going to stay the same, and I am good and satisfied with this. Now let's take a look at the upper levels here and make sure we're good to go on everything. We have a descent here with the... I'm just looking at the star now. We're going to do the Jazz 1. Where are you, dude? Jazz, jamming, Jazz 1. Right there. Jazz 1, Helper. Looks like we need Russian at 13. So I will check that to make sure that's that way. Looking for Helper. Okay. Helper, we're looking at Spain at 15,000. That is good to go. 250 set. And then we've got Jazz from 12,000 and 230 on the altitude, on the airspeed. Perfect. All right, I'm good. I'm satisfied with this. Let's take a look at there's any the perf page now, and let's go ahead and check out the perf page. Man, I need to make sure we're on. Yeah, okay. Perf page coming up. Let's take a look at our departure perf. Load sheet, we're going to sync it, sync the live weather. We're not kind of boarded yet. This is just anticipated load. We're going to have 160 something passengers on, so I will wait until we get the passengers on board the airplane, and then we'll go from there. So let's see what we're looking at in terms of our boarding. We got 110 boarded, so we've got a few minutes before we can get the pref going. All right, now with that done, let's go ahead and get everything else ready to go on the airplane. Welcome to Airbus, folks. This is quick. All right, I'm just going to run down this panel really quick. That's good. That's good. CVR, I can do a test. Flap 3, cruise supply is coming on. It was on. I'm sorry. Passengers leave off. Ground control we need on. There we are. That's off. Good to go. At least... I know in the A350 you would put your ground on. I don't know about this aircraft, but let's see here. That is on auto. That's on. That's off. On and off. Okay, just leave it off. That's on auto. I'm sorry. And then snow smoking's coming on. Everything's reversed on this airplane. That's good. Emer is armed. This should be on auto. That is on auto.
Good morning.
I'm going to go ahead and crank down the cabin just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and throw on our fuel pumps right now as we come up the panel. I'll test the APU. Fire.
This way.
I wish they had a full, like, you should test all three of them. It's kind of weird. I'm surprised Airbus didn't do that. Maybe they did, and I just don't see it. Okay, that's good. Good, good, good. All is good up on top. That's it. I want to make sure this is armed and not off here. Hang on just a minute. Okay, that's off. That is armed. There we go. Okay, so we're good there. Let's go over here. Constraints are coming on. I like that. Everything else is good to go. We've got a climb. Initially, it says blah, 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 blah. Cleared, NASA 2, departure, maintain 10,000 feet. So let's go ahead and plug that in. Oh, I got to bring up my chair. So I'm going to go 10,000 feet up on top here. I'm going to flip this to 1,000, then we'll go straight up to 10. Right there. Back to 100. Okay, all that's good to go on that side.
May I see your boarding pass?
I was just coming down here. And we'll go ahead and just terrain coming on my side, terrain on your side. And we're going to go auto brake. You're not going to do it yet. Anti-skid's good. This right here, you're looking for right here. Accum pressure is good. I would love to see a message. I want to know what this is. Like, this has got to be like our, yeah, no more pages. We have a message, page up or down. It doesn't tell us, so I don't know what the heck that is. Anyway, I'm going to do this AOC message, and it's going to be right here, received. And I'm going to look at load sheet. And let's see what we got. Load sheet coming in. All right, we've got Delta 387. We've got Atlanta, Salt Lake, 0 fuel weight 147.4. Takeoff weight, takeoff fuel 31. Looking at takeoff weight of 179. I'll accept it. Okay, so that's good. And then we're going to come back down here, make sure everything is good to go on this. We're going to put our squawk code in. Squawk is approximately, where's our squawk code? Cloud, blah, 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 2513. So squawking 2513. That's right. You got to hit clear on this. 2513. There's our squawk code. And I'm going to turn on, because I get definitely screwed up with this. We're going to have to turn this to the on position here. And we won't do that yet. But I am going to set this right here to auto. Good. And now we're waiting. We've got TCAS is on standby, park brake is on, and we're just waiting for the passengers to get loaded, and I think we're going to be all set, ready to go. I'm just going to get some frequencies written down and programmed so we're not, because everybody's online right now. So one thing I want to do is I want to make sure I get my frequencies dialed up. Okay, we're looking at stinker. Come on, guys. We're making altitude 370.
Boarding pass, please.
Got the squawk code in. All right, departure frequency 133.47. So it's going to be 133.47. That's departure.
This way.
I'm going to put DP. Okay, and operate aircraft with a mode C on. Contact ground north end of ramp. So we've got ground control. We've got like everybody and their brother on in Atlanta. So I'm going to select Atlanta's airspace in my Navigraph app here to see if we can't drill down and get some information on these guys. That's not the right one. Oh, I don't want that. Scroll way down in there. All right, Atlanta frequency right now. We got tower on, and tower is 119er 119.0.1. I've got delivery. We already got that in there. Some departure frequency. Ground controller is going to be 121.9. All right, ground control is 121.9. We got tower at 119 and departure 133.47. So let's go ahead and put tower. Now I wonder if NavRad, that's just navigation radio, right? I can't do Yeah, that's just VOR, so you can't do your frequencies, which is right here. I'm going to do that now. Ground control 121.9er. I'll throw that in there now. So we kind of get this in here. Okay, 129 ground, and then we're going to put tower in there, 119.1. And then on the other number 2. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this the opposite. I'm going to put our departure at 133.47. So watch, 133.47. What I'm going to do is put our DP on this one. You'll see what I do. Departure frequency 133.470. Okay. This is 475, huh? 133.47. Gone. Done. I'm going to go ahead and flip it. That's our departure. Tower is going to be 119.1. So 119, I'm going to flip this to 119.1 over here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and flip that over. And then, so that's departure tower, and then I'm going to do ground.
Departures, g'day, Cafe 3283.
I'm going to do ground here at 121.9er. And that's just going to help us, because all I have to do is flip it. 121.9. I'm not sitting there screwing around with, fiddling around with frequencies. 121.9, I'll throw that in there, and that's VHF 2, so I'm going to select that.
Are you able to hear me?
We should be 121.9. Yes, we're on that one. So this one I want off. I don't want to listen to that. And there we go. I'm now broadcasting and receiving on 121.9. So when I flip the tower, all we need to do is push this button in, and we should be good to go. That's how that works. So I'm good. All right, let's get our rest of our weight and balance done. We have it in there. Now let's get our departures going. I'll sync the load sheet for final now. We'll sync that weather in, and we're going to click calculate. We've got runway 26, optimum, no, good. We're going to click calculate. See what we get. We've got 46, 50, 51, and I'm good with that. Let's go ahead and send to the MICDO. We have, I need to write this down, flex temp at 44, 2 up, flaps 2. You got to remember that. Flap 2 up 1.3. Wow, that's pretty aggressive. Max percentage takeoff percent is 23.6 on this one, so that's good. Want to make sure
1753 monitor 19.1. G'day.
We have it. Good to go. Okay, I'm ready. Let's run our checklists, and we'll be out of here. We have a company message already.
United 71, Roger. What ramp you parking at?
Tango 21 is possible.
United 71, taxi at Foxtrot. G'day.
Foxtrot, have a good day.
All right, I'm good. Accept it. Click return. Load sheets coming in here. Compliance. NO 1. We got that in there. That's good to go. 0 fuel weight, good. Accept it. All right. Now back down here. We're going to go to Prague. Pref. Make sure it's all plugged in. It is. We'll go next phase. Next phase. Descent phase. Okay. You could change that if you wanted to on there. I'm just going to leave it. And that is it. That's all we got.
Delta 2035 monitor 19.1. See ya.
All right, checklist time. Checklist. Here we go. Pre-flight, interior and exterior inspections complete. Circuit breakers are checked. Recorders are on. Passenger signs are on and auto. Emergency signs or lights are armed. Altimeters are set. Flight and nav instruments checked. ECAM status, we checked it. Radar is off. Parking brake is set. Radios and transponders set. Windows are closed. Oxygen masks, we've checked them. Flight attendants are complete. Briefing. Departure briefing is completed. Logbook and QRH is on board, ready to go. Fuel is good to go and required. 32, and we have that on. I already looked already. I'm going to go ahead and throw the master switch here for the APU, and we'll take a look at we got the APU. Once that APU door light comes on, we could go ahead and throw it on the bus, and I'll give you a briefing of what to expect here. Folks from the flight deck, welcome aboard flight 387 nonstop over to Salt Lake City. We'll be at a gate here soon once we depart. It should be about 3 hours and 45 minutes, give or take. Might be around 4 hours. We'll see how those winds are doing. We're going to have the seatbelt sign on and off throughout the whole duration of the flight. There's some weather, just probably the middle of the country. Hopefully we'll be around it by the time we get there. However...
781 Atlanta Ground, good afternoon, runway 27 right, text via Lima Tron, I think I gave it to you.
Yeah, you already did, but thanks for the confirmation.
All right, I got to do this again. Hold on. Just one more time. Let me do something here really quick.
Good evening, after
Oh.
15 on the Spectrum for Terminal T concourse.
All right, whatever.
And 1359 City going to Tango
Dang
Gates.
it.
Affirmative.
And 1359 text to the ramp, good day.
Back to the ramp deck.
What frequency? 121.9 I want. Weird. Okay, folks, once we're able to show 4 hours, and the weather in Salt Lake right now
Atlanta Ground, UPS 9.
is 5 knots.
For pushback from base 7 on the south cargo.
Let's say I gotta shut this thing off.
UPS Roger, verifier squawk in mode, Charlie, forming pushback at your discretion.
Okay, Tim.
No, thanks, UPS 998 heavy, push and start at your discretion.
Push start my discretion. Thank you.
Folks, welcome aboard flight 387 over to Salt Lake City. Show about 4 hours en route. Temperature is 84 degrees, just a few clouds there, broken clouds at about 25,000. We'll have the seatbelt sign on and off throughout the whole duration of flight. There's some weather, middle of the country area. Thanks for watching the FSBN channel. Sit back, relax. We'll give you an update as we get airborne. Thanks. All right. All that's done. Let's go ahead and start the APU. APU's coming to start. Let's get that going. Boy, this Fenix airplane is just absolutely beautiful. They just did a great job with it.
Push and start at your discretion.
At our discretion, 501.
All right, we're getting it. Here comes the EPU. Here we got a good light on that EPU. You can see it coming up to speed. You see it says available, APU generated ready. That's good. We'll take the load. We'll put the bleed on right now.
Turn 19-1, good day.
I'll shut this off. That's ready to go. On the EPU, we'll go ahead and close the PCA cart, get that off the airplane, and I'm going to actually call for push and start here. GSX, I'm going to say prepare for push, and the bleeds are on. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the beacon light. There it goes, and GPU is off. No, I don't want to interrupt the... No. And I do want to change something.
Hello,
really
Captain.
quick.
We are ready for pushback.
Settings, audio. Let's go this one. No, let's go output settings. That's it. Check, check. Click apply, click OK. You should hear that too.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Alright, we're Delta, what are we? Delta 387. Alright, pre-flights check, pushback doors are closed. Let's go ahead and check that right now. So you go over here, click doors. Doors are closed.
Locking gear.
Flight deck door is locked. That's a good question. It's not. Let's go ahead and shut the door. Goodbye, folks. Let's go ahead and lock it. That's going to be over here. Thank you. ECAM status. Let's go to status page. Cat 2 is in op. Thank you. Okay, great. And the status check is complete. We're going to go nose to the left here, tail to the right.
Release parking brake.
I got somebody on the gate here. Somebody's pushing back before me. So let's see where the heck they are.
Release parking brake.
We're not going to collide into an aircraft coming in right now. We got to wait.
Release parking brake.
Alright, I'll be right back. We'll get this thing going.
Release parking brake.
Alright, folks, we just pushed back from the gate. We're starting number 1 right now. And number 1 is spinning. Number 1's on the turn here.
Set parking brake.
Hey, park brake coming set. Park brake set.
Unlocking gear.
Hey, Iz! Can you let Patches in my office? Thank goodness we're not having audio. You guys are hearing that. Alright, got a light. Once we got the available light, we're going to go ahead and start number 2. There we go. 2's coming to ground.
Traffic.
Thanks.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
It's on the bus. We got the eval light on. That means we got 2 good starts on the aircraft. I'm going to come down here. That's on. Flaps 2. As the flaps come down, we're going to go to flight controls. Let's check them really quick. Trim was up 1.3. Pitch trim up 1.3 is on. And we're going to come upstairs. Good to go. Master coming off. Leads off. Master's coming off. That is good. Lights are coming on. Taxi lights are on. Let's go ahead and roll a little bit. We'll run the checklist. Okay, after start, electric pumps are on, engine anti-ice is off, ECAM status. Let's check the ECAM. Is check normal. Alright, I'm going to keep it on engine for now. That's good. Let's go ahead and taxi. We're going to go down to this airplane is pretty heavy. Let's give him a call. What spot is that? 3 South? Yeah, it's on 3 South. Let me call him. Atlanta ground, Delta 387 3 South, ready to taxi. Okay, we'll spin around, go to the north side for Delta 387. 26 left. I told you it was going to be either that one or that one, and I got the wrong runway. So what we're going to do is go flight plan. We're going to go to Atlanta, departure. We're going to take this. We're going to go over here. We're going to go over here. 26 left. 26 left. We've got to do 26 left for the NASA 2 with VUZ. Insert. Check takeoff data. We got to do that again. So we're going to reclassify the takeoff. So we're going to go to departure. We're going to redo this to 26 left. And then we're going to calculate it. We got 46, 150, 151. We're going to send it to the MICDU. And then we're going to take a look at our takeoff numbers. Pref coming in right there. We're good. Let's go. All right, let's spin around. Okay, north side. Here we go. So what we're going to do is just going to bring it over here, and we'll taxi the north side now. That's the problem when they don't tell us our runways. Okay, let's arm the spoilers. Spoilers are armed. Alright folks, we're on the way here.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff.
Okay, cabin is checked. Text, we'll go takeoff config off. Flaps 1, flaps 2. Takeoff speeds are checked. Thrust, takeoff flex is ready. Trim is up 1.3 on the trim. And then flight controls, already checked those. So all looking good on that. We'll check the brakes. Brake test, look at the accum. Looks good. Okay, 26 left. Foxtrot Echo, Delta 387. All right. Foxtrot Echo. Foxtrot Echo, he said. I mean, so we're going to go Foxtrot straight to Echo. Yep. Alright, we're cleared on the left, cleared on the right. Boy, you know, the sounds are just phenomenal on this thing. They really did such a good job with the sounds. There's a coastal jet right there, bro. See ya. I wish we don't service Atlanta, but that would be really cool. My buddy once told me, he said, you better be on that center line all the time in Atlanta. You want a right turn on Echo? That's what I got. That's what I was doing. Maybe he was looking at a different turn or something. There's a Spirit jet gone. What's our ground speed? 15. It's a long taxi on this one, man. Let me tell you. Long, long taxi. These thrust levers are super sensitive. And that's with me turning them down a little bit. If this was a 737, I would be taxiing like I stole it. I'd be up to 30 knots already. All right. Yeah, let's get it going here. Over to Tower 19-1. Have a good one. Alright, so 19.1 right there. We're going to flip that up, flip that, and we will close that. I want to make sure we're monitoring 19.1. We sure are. Okay, NASA 2, straight out, we're going to Snuffy. Yes, good. Not flying the one I'm flying. I don't know. I hope that you can hear the ATC here. All right, guys. Checklist. Here we go. Take off. Runway position is set. We're going to go 26 left on this one. Flaps are 2, and we got all green on the ICAS. Brake temps checked. All green. Navigation is complete. TCAS is on TARA. Yep. They're going away. They're an Airbus. Okay, 26 left. Line up and wait. You want us on Echo 13? All right, we'll do full leg. Okay, TCAS engine modes are selected. We're looking good. Flight attendants acknowledged. I'd call them up right now and say, flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure. Thank you. With a chime. RNAV Snuffy, 26 left, clear for takeoff. Delta 387. Takeoff. Beacons on, wings on. Looking good on your side. I got an airplane coming in, but he's landing on the opposite runway. I'm going to bring it up to 50. 26 left identified. Okay, we ready to go? All right, let's go. Bring him up. 50. All right, here we go. 1, 2. On the roll. 80 knots, cross check. We're go. Hold back just a little bit. Come on. Got positive rate. Gear up. RNAV to Snuffy. Clamp thrust. Set. $3,000. On a tower Delta 387 through 3.2. Over departure. See ya. Autopilot on. Check, check, check. Okay, we got the slat speed coming up. Let me give him a call. Land departure, Delta 387 checking in 4.3. $14,000, Delta 387. Delta 14,000 set. 14,000 set. That's set. Track NASA, Delta 387. So we're going to go direct NASA. And then we're going to insert and let it go. So after NASA, do the climb check. Check this. NASA VUC. All right, climb check's coming up through 7,000 feet here. Okay, climb check coming up. After takeoff, flaps are up. They are. Landing gears up. They are. APU, it's off. And after takeoff checklist is complete. Okay, we've got thrust, climb, and nav set. All right, guys, I'll do a landing as well, so we'll get you on that. 340 or Delta 387. All right, guys, that's it. We're pretty much going to have air traffic control through Memphis Center and everything else, but I'll leave you guys at it. I'll let you know when the weather comes. It's coming. It's going to be a nice ride until we could see it kind of up ahead. It's going to get a little dicey up there. We do have weather up ahead, like in probably about to Texas. All right, so that's it. I'll leave you guys in. I don't know what was going on up in the east, but they had air traffic everywhere. So it's always fun to do that when you're on VATSIM. All right, guys, we'll see you at probably about 150 top of descent. All right, folks, we've about 94 miles from top of descent. Let's go ahead and get our weather. It's been pretty good flight. Not too bad. Just, you know, that cloud stuff we were talking about before. That's what we've had. We got New Edison for Salt Lake. It is the following: 1204 knots. Looking at scattered clouds at 19,000. We got broken layer at 22. And 24 over 23, or 03 actually. And altimeter is 298. And it looks like they're landing the south runways. That's what I thought would happen. 16 right and 16 left is in use. Okay. Notice this airman, taxiway is closed. I'm getting an alarm. Am I getting an alarm? Never had that alarm before. What is going on with my airplane? Why is it turning? Okay, that's really weird. I've never had a chime like that, so your guess is as good as mine on why it's deciding to turn. What the freak, dude? Okay, I don't know what it's doing and why it's turning the way it's turning. That is the weirdest thing in the world. Okay, I think it's trying to get, I think it was off course a little bit. That was weird. The AMP, I don't know. Anyway, that was strange, guys. I've never heard anything like that. All you hear is a whistle with no alarm, nothing. It's kind of a weird thing, huh? All right, I'm back to work here. Let's see what we got. I'm going to go to pref page. We'll go ahead and we've got to do Salt Lake. Is it dead? Are you serious right now? What is going on? This thing is locked up. Well, that ain't good. Like, nothing works. Yeah, nothing's working. This is not synced up. We're past JNC already. I might have to scrap this, man. I don't know how do you redo a reboot? Is there a way I could reset this? Is that something we'd want to do? This ain't good. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, I know. It's saying descend, but you know what? Like, that doesn't work either. Nothing. This thing's locked up. Wow. Yeah, I know. The problem is, airplane, you're not working. Let's try IRS-2 and Alt. Like, it's completely frozen, guys. I'm gonna have to disconnect from that soon. Like, this is not right. Yeah, the airplane's moving, but the whole thing is frozen. This is, it feels like a, it's gonna go and open, no? Doesn't go in a climb or anything like that. I don't know what the freak is going on. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, we are we're a mess right now. The airplane is locked up. The sim is still flying. The airplane is completely locked up. Everything I tried, it doesn't work. So displays don't work. Nothing. I'm in a gentle climb about 600 feet a minute or so. My standby instruments don't work, so what we're going to use is we're going to just try it on it's called telemetry on the Navigraph app. So we're going to look at telemetry and see if we can get that working. It's working on my side, so you know, I'll take a look at this here. Right here by Goshu, and I got that. This is still working. So I mean, in all cases, I got ground speed. We're looking at if I can find my airspeed, that'll be helpful. Let's see, we got GPS track, heading, altitude. I mean, in all fairness, we might be able to fly this thing in. And I say that very, very loosely. I just want to see with our telemetry if there's more I can do. Let's see, I want to add true airspeed. Indicated is going to be really helpful at this point. Okay, we're doing 190 knots indicated. I want to see if I can move this. Okay, and then altitude. I wonder if I could so we got I need my indicated airspeed, my altitude right next to each other. Okay, I'm going to click remove. I see what I'm going to do. I'm going to go vertical speed, heading, nav. I want my airspeed right here. IAS is going to be in port. I'm going to go indicated airspeed. So I've got ground speed, vertical speed, and I need we got ground speed, vertical speed indicated, and I'm just going to throw in my indicated altitude. Okay, airspeed and altitude next to each other. I'm gonna try and do this thing. I mean, we got vertical speed and it's working, and I see the airport. We've got visual conditions, so I'm gonna declare an emergency. Okay, so I'm gonna say, all right, clear the airspace. I have nothing, no instrumentation on the airplane. I just have telemetry going right now, and I've tried to reset everything, folks. I tried to do a complete reset on it. Don't know. So this doesn't work either. I can't program anything in there. I got nothing, guys. So I mean, this is, I've tried on both sides. It's just locked up. It's locked up. So we're gonna have to do the best we can with what we have. We're coming into Goshu here, and I gotta look at my charts really quick. So I'm just gonna kind of look really quick just to see what the arrival says at Goshu. We're doing the Star. We're doing the Jazz 1. So it says approximately Goshu about 15,000 feet. So I'm gonna kind of reset this, and I'm gonna push it in. Pull it out. I'm going to go open descent. Let's see what happens to the airplane. Now we should be starting a vertical descent here. I want to do about 1,000 feet a minute. Ground speed indicated about 192. Ground speed is good at 296. And we're starting our descent about 506 a minute, 500 feet a minute. We're going to be a little on the high side. That's okay. This happened once before. I don't know if the gears are going to come down. I don't know if anything's going to happen there. I don't know. So your guess is as good as mine. I'm going to try to do auto brake. Let's turn that on. Okay, we've got auto brake. We're going to keep it on low. We've got plenty of runway, but I don't know if the brakes are going to work. So that's interesting as well. I want to turn the aircraft essentially to a 283 on the heading. 283, if we can get there. Does that work? Okay, heading bug is working. That's good. I'm going to go ahead and slightly over about 280, 210, 289, right around there. Let's just kind of turn northbound a little bit. This is straight ahead here is, we're doing about 1,100 feet a minute. I could increase that descent rate. Our indicated altitude right now, 26,000. We need to be about 15. But that's okay. Like I said, I'm going to kind of go straight up. I know we're going to be in the tailwind, but we're in a emergency situation. So we're going to try to land this dead stick. I've tried everything. I've tried to reset it. This is a simism, guys. I didn't think this sim was, I didn't think the Fenix was this kind of bugged up, but it's pretty buggy. Apparently, this is not the first time something like this has happened. I've had another issue before on it, so it's not exactly 100%, which is a bummer because it should be pretty good. We're doing 25,000 now. I'm going to go ahead and try to increase the descent rate. Let's see what happens. 2,000 feet a minute. Nope. Sorry. I got it. So used to Boeing. We're doing About 2,000 feet a minute. I'm trying to get down there pretty quick. The speed I want to hold about 200 and about 210, 250. Right there. Let's see if we can get it to 250. Okay. All right, we're doing about 2,000 feet a minute. Ground speed's up now. Airspeed's at 208, indicated. I'd be definitely calling in the back saying, good luck, we don't have anything on board. We're doing this. At least it's kind of working. Let's see if this works here. Maybe it's just the displays, you know? Yeah, that's armed. Park brakes off. So maybe the throttles will work. We'll keep the throttles in. I won't touch those until we can get, you know, I'll use my airspeed, just kind of level 2 navigation. Ground speed's now up to a 345. Indicated airspeed 251, which is good. We're going to start turning the north here. Altitude 23,000 feet and descending. Good. I mean, we might even go to the south and flip around. We'll see. Might give me more time to descend. So I'm going to go 307 on the heading here. Just approximately right now. Let's go 307 on the heading. Good. Yeah, we're basically test pilots at this point. 250 knots indicated. We're doing 253, so we're doing all right. Yeah, altitude right now is 21,000 feet. I'll tell you what, if we can make this work, this is going to be, you know, for the ages. This is I'm going to try to mirror my screen, because I honestly think that if I can show you guys what in the blazes I'm doing here, this would be insane. If we can do this successfully, which I think we can, this is a testament to, well, it's going to work, but we're going to try it, guys. All right, so I'm streaming the iPad data. Can you guys see this? Okay, so this is what we're using. Dang it. Hang on. There we go. All right, so this has now become my instruments Navigraph. Of course, I'm going to have to click off of this, but this is telemetry. We're at 330 over the ground, 255 indicated, and I'm going to have to see out the window, so I'm going to try to have to move this around a little bit so I can see. That's better. Hopefully you guys can see that. It doesn't really matter on the instrumentation at this point. All right, so what we're going to try to do is attempt to land this aircraft with 0 instrumentation. Nothing but telemetry from Navigraph. This is wicked. This is really interesting. So I can't click off of this because I'll lose my stuff. All right, after this, I'm going to turn to a heading of 320. We're doing indicated, or 17,000 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and select 29er. What was it? 29908. I know you can't see it, but I'm putting it in my my stuff. And sorry, I lost everything. I'm going to try to turn everything on, just because who knows if it's working. Strobes on auto. That's good to be coming on. That's on. Let's go ahead and go right on back to this. Oops. Sorry. Go back here and we'll open our instruments. 322 over the ground, and we're looking at 258 knots. We're going to go heading of 235 now, as per the chart. 225, I'm sorry. And I'm going to look out the window. The good news is I know exactly where we are. That is the good news. I'm not lost. Of course, it's really hard to be lost with Navigraph charts, guys. They are landing south. I would be declared an emergency already, but we still have too much altitude. We're doing indicated at 15,000. We need to be at 12, so I'm going to go ahead and advance this to 12,000. We're still on a 2,000 feet per minute. Indicated is a little high, 260 now. Yeah. We're going to keep going through 12,000 feet here. And once I get the airplane on final, the airport would be right around over there somewhere, or it's pretty much straight ahead. This doesn't help me anymore, but the approach in will. We're going to go 1/6 left, and again, I know we're going to go 1/6 right on this one. I'm very familiar with this airport, so oops, I don't want to do that. We have a good foundation, right? There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to land this aircraft in visual conditions the way we are right now. Indicated ground speed's a little on the high side. We're doing 266 on an altitude of 13,000 feet. So let's see if it levels at 12. I want to see if it grabs and levels it up at 12. And then we'll descend down to 9. Let's see what happens here. Here comes 12.8. Is it going to connect? Let's see. Here's 12.6. I don't know if you guys can read the data below. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at 12.3. 268 knots. This is crazy. All right, there's 12,000, and we're leveling off, folks. Looking good. We're going to start slowing the aircraft down. Slow down about to 240 now. I don't know the VREF. Maybe I can get it. That'll be interesting if we can get the ref speed. Let's try it. Let's go and see if we can't get the arrival performance. Apply the BTAR. Landing weight, I'm going to use my sim brief to tell me what the landing weight was. And then we're just kind of getting a guess from there and just see what it gives us for landing weight. Landing weight estimated is, let's see here, landing weight is 0 fuel, no landing weight 156.3. So I'm going to try that, 156.3, 156. Okay, perfect, that's what I want to see. So we're looking at auto throttle on, flap full, and I want, does it give us a ref speed? Give me a ref speed, what do you got? Gosh dang, I wish I had my ref speed up. It's not going to give me a ref, is it? Nothing works. Like I said, this thing is just solid dead. Alright, let me pull my charts back up, see what the heck I'm doing. Alright, ground speed's 284, indicated at 240. That's nice. Let's get down to 9,000 now. I'm going to just try to keep the speed to about, go ahead down about 600 to 700 feet a minute. A little more controlled. Let's see what happens. Vertical speed's coming down. Nope. Alright, I got to push it in. Let's see what happens if I push it in. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. I'm in open descent right now. And I'm going to start looking for the airport here. I got it right there. I got the airport in sight already. Ground speed 285, indicated 240. Looking good. We're going to go straight over this island. This is Antelope Island. We're going to flip around, and then we're going to come into the airport here. Approximately 1/6 right. And I'm just looking at it. Again, I don't know if that's not going to help us, the ILS. Maybe I can get a standby on this. Maybe that'll work. But let's go to the ILS frequency, and I don't even know if NavRad's going to work here in this particular case. You see what I mean? Like, Nav don't work, nothing works. NavRad, nope. Okay, so we're pretty much dead in the water in terms of communication, obviously. Let's go ahead and pull up our charts again. Let's see if we can do it. Nice extended downwind here. I'm going to go ahead and kind of set up a little bit better, get away from Antelope Island just for a minute. And we'll start figuring our about 8,000 feet now. I'll set it to 8 right there. And right now we got to, again, indicated at 240, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and away from that 340. Let's see what we can. I'm going to take over here. I'm just going to see if it works. I don't know if the airplane is going to do what I want it to do. I'm using, to fly this thing, I'm using Wind Wings FMC, or the MCP, and they're FCU, I think they call it, like that or something. Basically extended downwind. It's a beautiful day here, so I mean, like I said, there's no real reason we shouldn't be able to land this with what we have, the tools that we have in front of us. Should be able to do it. We got 240 knots indicated, vertical speed at 1,000, ground speed 278. We'll have to start slowing down at about 210. I don't know. I'm going to keep it about 230 now. And we're indicating at 9,800 feet. Again, I'm just going to extend that. I got a visual on the conditions here. Once we hit that 230 range on speed, we'll take a look at our indicated. We're at 234. I'm going to go ahead and try to drop flap 1 and see what happens. Are the slats coming out? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Right? Yeah, let's see if the slats came out. The slats do work, so that's good. All right, so the airplane is kind of working, I guess. Binker, is it Beehive or Binker? Binker's at 6,000. We want to go past that. This is Antelope Island, by the way, below us. Some free roaming bison. I know you can't really see it with my gauges in front of me, but that's kind of what we got to do here. Okay. Just got to tuck this in the corner. All right. I need that. That's my gauges. Don't click off that. We're to 230 knots. I want to go flaps 1 now. We should be stabilized. Yeah, that's a little too fast now. That's probably what it is. I know. Slow down to 200. Now we're at 9,000 feet. Beehive coming down to 6. 7.5. And I'm going to turn the aircraft over right now. Let's go ahead to about, let's go 0, let's try 0.9 almost directly. Let's see, altitude, we're doing good on airspeed, 210. We're turning now. Vertical speed is good. Altitude is holding 8,000. I'm going to go to 75 and hold it. There we are. Let's go 090-ish. Keep on that turn. And then we'll turn again shortly, and I'll start looking for the runway here. This is so nice, you guys. If you lose, if you lose everything, you know, the other option is you completely close it, which a normal person would have done. That's great, though. All right, there's 7,500, and we're at level 210 on the speed. Looking good. I'm going to keep the speed up. I'm just going to estimate about 250 on the approach and see how it does. I'm going to keep the throttles in climb because they are in climb right there. I'm just going to leave them. I'm not going to touch them. Got a visual on the airport. Would the ILS work? It's not hooked up, so no, probably won't. But you never know. Let's see. Can we get a localizer? No. That's fine. I'm going to go visual anyway. I got the airport in sight. The engine's running nice. Beautiful day in Salt Lake City. After Beehive, we can just go down to 6,000, which I'm going to do right now. Just a slight descent. Let's set that. Heading's coming in. Let's go line up the final 160. then I'm going to take over and see if we can't land this airplane successfully. How we doing on our airspeed? Indicate airspeed, suit Sam. We're going to slow that down to about 180. Let's see how that is. And I want to take over. I'm just going to disconnect the autopilot here and try to fly the airplane in. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, good. We have the autopilot chime. I keep my gauges up, so I have them. I don't know if the gear is going to come down, so we'll see if the gear is going to drop on us. All right, guys, I'm going to transition this over to the other side now, because I need to be able to see what the heck I'm doing. So maybe I can put it right there. Okay, looking good. Okay, speed is what, 180? Here comes the gear. Hopefully it works. And then I'm going to slow it down to 155. And I'm going to say, let's just keep it at 155. Ground speed's good. Indicated is at 170. We're going to go flaps full. All right, we're armed. Flaps are full. And oh, that's good. We're going to just drive it on in now. Ground speed's 175, 154 on the airspeed. Now it's a 153. Let's see what happens. We're getting a little bit of bumps. I don't know on the VRAF. I'm just guessing. Now 155 is probably a little on the high side, but that's okay, because you don't want to be slow. If you're slow, you're dead. If we're fast, we can get out of there. So, yeah, it's indicating about 12 knots, so that's good. All right, airspeed, altitude indicated is 54. We're on the high side. Excuse me. Holy smokes. It's not a good time to sneeze. Ground speed 153. Vertical speed is good. Just pitch up a little bit, see what this airplane wants to do. 154. Ground speed's at 170. Raj. Just going to start pitching up just a little bit. We're slightly on the high side. That's okay.
500.
Check. We're good. We're going to just hold that right there. A little bit of cross correction here, because I want that wind to kind of push us over. Hands are on the throttles just in case everything decides to go haywire on me, or worse than it is. How are we doing on airspeed? 155. I got it.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Okay, throttles to idle.
Retard.
Pitch it up.
Drive.
I've got it. I don't know if it's in reverse, but I've got it. We have reverse thrusts, and we've got the speed brakes out. Nice. Disconnect those. And we've dead sticked it in a Salt Lake City using Navigraph's telemetry. That is amazing. That is amazing. This could have been a complete redo. You know, most people would have just shut it off and said, I'm done. You know, and you wouldn't blame you if you did, right? It's not easy. Let's clean it up. But because of the telemetry, and you know, a lot of people say, well, it's really useful. And not only is telemetry useful for when you're away or you're walking away, but what happens when you lose the entire instrument panel like we just did? That's super cool. I don't care who you are, man. That is awesome. That's good work right there. To Navigraph and their team for doing something like that, where we went from holy smokes, nothing's working, to So we might be able to land this airplane to a successful landing. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, I gotta turn that off. Anyway, we're here. We made it. Salt Lake City, folks. Good stuff. I don't know why that's sticking up on me. It's weird. Probably lost some hydraulics, or who the heck knows what's going on up there. But this is a nice bug system going on. Not familiar with it. I gotta slow the aircraft down here. I'm gonna shut down number 2. It's just too quick on one engine. All right, let's go to 17. Well, that's awesome. Let this be a testament to Navigraph and the telemetry. Unbelievable. Really good work. That would have been a disaster. So kudos to everybody there at the team of Navigraph. We got faults. It's because I shut the engine down, but I don't know what's going on with this airplane, but it didn't like that. Pretty cool. And we're going to inch it up right there. Call it done. I think that's enough excitement for one day for us. Brakes coming on. And now we're coming off. Crisis averted. Yeah, the yellow pumps are coming down. Oh, it was crazy. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try to shut the aircraft completely off just to see. But that was really weird. Definitely a bug. Let's go ahead and shut it down. Let's see what happens. All right, thanks for watching. This was crazy. Hope you had a good time and learned a little bit about what you can use the telemetry feature for. This thing is definitely bugged up pretty bad. This is 2020, by the way, so 24, I don't know. I mean, I've had a couple issues with it in 24 so far, too. So anyway, pretty bad bug. I don't know what's going on there. See ya. Thanks for watching.